Welcome to Why They Play the Game, a show created to discuss the NBA on and off the court. I'm just one of your co-hosts, Michael Eric Owens.
And I'm Ken Hayes.
Oh, my brother, what a day. What a day, Ken. I have to get your analysis because, man, did we have they're calling this the most surprising trade in NBA history, Ken. And while you gathering your thoughts, while Ken getting ready to give us that thunder, I want you to go ahead and hit that like, that subscribe, and that notification button so that we can grow the show. We love your comments. Share it with everyone else, and let's get these numbers up. But Ken, we have let me set it up. So the Lakers have traded Anthony Davis. They sent Max Christie and
some other folks.
Okay.
Right.
To the Dallas Mavericks for Luka Doncic. Man, Ken, what were your thoughts when you heard that? I thought it was a joke when I first heard it, Ken. I have to be honest. I thought somebody was playing game, because you see all these rumors about trades. Right. Ken, what did you think, bro?
Mike, I heard it first thing this morning, and I saw some folks today, and they said, "Ken, y'all gonna talk about this trade? Y'all doing the podcast today?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, we gonna do." He said, "Yeah, I want to hear this. I got to hear this." I'm like, "Okay." So, Mike, it just came out the blue. So each team trades their best player.
Yeah.
Basically.
All-stars.
Right, exactly. So, let me start, with Luka. I mean, man, hurt right now. To think about what Luka averaging about 28 points per game, 8.5 rebounds. And the thing about it is that Luka's been a franchise player since he's probably been there.
Mm-hmm.
Got some help from Kyrie, made it to the finals last year. I think that Luka's going somewhere where you're going to see him a little bit more on TV as far as that's concerned, and that bigger market. I put it that way.
Yeah.
Does that hinder him or help him? I mean, LeBron on his way out, he may have one more year left. So so then that's going to be, let's just say, Luka's team. What is he going to get in return when LeBron leaves? What kind of help, basically, if you're looking into the future?
So you think this was strictly for the future, not for now?
I mean, Mike, I still don't see with the Lakers acquiring Luka, I still don't see them going to the Western Conference Finals. That's just me. I mean, folks may disagree, but I just don't see that.
Well, I mean, they number one, where's their big man?
We're going to get to that, Luka, his usage rate is about 35%. LeBron's about 32%. So what's going to happen with that?
Bruh, like I say, that's crazy.
I'm going to take something you said, Mike, some time ago. When you make these trades, even if it was in the off season, you got to get players time to get to know each other, where you want the ball, what's your best spot, things like that. So with Luka and LeBron, it's going to be some experiment. There's no doubt about that.
Ken, I think it's a nightmare.
You think it's okay?
Because when you look at, they do the same things.
You talking about Luka and LeBron?
Luka and LeBron are the same player. They're the same player. It's just different styles of play, but they do the same things on the court. They ball dominant. Oh. They're both not great 3-point shooters, but they will pull it on you. What do they want to do? Both of them want to get to the rim. Where do most of their assists come off of? Getting to the rim. These guys are, even when you look at shooting percentage from 3 and you look at from the line, they operate the same way. And to me, It's not the yin and the yang. It's not the Giannis, I go in, and Dame, I'm operating on the perimeter, or Chris operating in the tender. No, these both of these guys operate the same way. And I just think I have no idea. I have no idea how you put them on the court together and make them gel.
I
And
can't disagree with you, Mike.
Ken, we almost at the All-Star break.
Yeah.
How is LA gonna make that adjustment? And it's easier for Dallas, and I know we're gonna get to them, but I think this has got to be a future pick, man. It's just, I think finally, because the reporting, Ken, is that LeBron didn't know. The King didn't know. He was out in New York.
Manager?
Yeah, the general manager. He didn't know. Ken, he was out at dinner with his family and friends. Supposedly, he got shot up on the two-way. And he was like, man, man, this is the time, man, where I love to have a conversation with the King, bro. Because I know he got to be like, what superstar? That, Ken, this would be like Dame getting hit on his phone that Giannis was traded.
Oof, man.
This would be like JB, Jaylen Brown, getting a text that Tatum was traded. You'd be like, whoa, hold on, man. We ain't had a conversation. We ain't talked. This was the first time, in my opinion, that LA said, no, we're not checking with LeBron. It ain't got nothing to do with LeBron. We are thinking about the franchise. They did it when they got Wilt Chamberlain back in the 60s. They did it when they got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar back then. They did it when they even did it when they got Pau Gasol. Like, these folks, the Lakers go after big time people. When you think about it, they went after Shaq. We said this is what the Lakers do. And finally, the Lakers said, we tired of the King telling us what we're going to do with this franchise. And we're gone. Or, we only speculate here, folks, and we would love to hear your thoughts. But, or maybe the King came to them and said, hey, look, I'm doing one more year. And they said, if you gone, we got to look. And it comes to find out that I guess up in the as we want to say, the ownership of both clubs, there's great friendships. And supposedly this conversation started like hypothetical. And then it became a reality. And so what happened was, and a lot of people say, Ken, why would you give up a Luka Doncic? Why would you give up? Luka's only 26. He not. We would say Luka not even in his prime yet. He getting there.
All right.
So why would you give up Luka, Ken? And you had mentioned it. Is it his injuries? Is it the lack of preparation? The lack of taking care of his body? The lack of why would Dallas give up clearly a Hall of Fame player?
So, I mean, the reports out that, they think Dallas ownership and management thinks that his injury that he's out right now is because a lack of conditioning. I mean, Luka's never been known to be, the most conditioned athlete. He'll, start the season and get in condition that way, in which they can't stand. And the other thing about it is that, I'll say this, to win this championship, NBA championship, you got to be on the floor. And there's, I'll say there's times where Luka's out for, I won't even mention the word, but, he's out.
Right.
And they're looking at like, if you would have came into camp, in better condition, in better shape, we wouldn't have these issues.
Yeah.
So, and then the other thing, Mike, which I don't think well, it could be, Luka was, after the end of the year, going to be eligible for a 5-year, $345 million contract. Mike, that's $69 million a year.
Yeah.
That's a lot
I
of
like
money.
that number, bro. You can give
Absolutely.
me that anytime, any day. You know what I mean? Like you can slice it in half and give it to me. Slice it in a fourth and give it to me. Man, he was about to get paid, man. But Ken, so you saying Dallas, in other words, don't think it's worth the calculation. They have Kyrie there. Maybe they feel like Kyrie can take on a more, scoring role. Um, I
But
I've
Mike,
always questioned Ken whether or not Luka Doncic and the way that he plays basketball, as ball dominant as he is, can he himself lead a team to a championship? And I think what you're saying is that they feel like in those moments, because of his lack of conditioning, he is not the guy to do that for us.
basically.
Um, so let's talk about Anthony Davis, because Anthony Davis, Ken,
Mm.
had no idea. They said Anthony Davis had just tweeted out because he didn't make the trip, congratulating on the team on the win in New York and and how they were able to do it without him. He didn't even know it. And come on, man, how you gonna be on the best? How you the best player on a Lakers team and not even know you're gonna be traded?
Yeah, let's talk about AD. So, Mike, I said this maybe a couple of shows before. Anthony Davis is having his best season with the Lakers,
Mm-hmm.
even since when we were in the bubble.
Yeah,
He's averaging 26 per game, 11 rebounds per game, 9 assists, and 2 blocks.
man.
Man, if somebody
Give me
give me
that.
that, right?
Oh yeah,
Give me that all
yeah.
day,
All day, all day.
all day. Leading the team in scoring.
Yeah.
So it's just, I mean, basically, you just exchanging two superstars from one team to the other. I think with AD, you go to a team where I'll say this. Last year they made to the NBA Finals, but I just don't see it. I think Kyrie is on the decline.
Mm.
Great player, but I
Mm-hmm.
mean he's reached his peak. I don't see Kyrie, giving you, let's just say 26, 27, 28 on a consistent basis. He may have 28 one game, but may come back with 12 the next game. You know,
Can't let me say something.
what's that?
I think we're gonna see Kyrie get down, bro.
You think so? Okay.
Ooh, yeah, man.
Man.
Because like number one, when he went there, he knew it wasn't his team. Number one. Number
Okay.
two, he knew he had to get guys involved. He had to get Luka involved. He had to defer to Luka. And I really believe we've seen in the past, and Kyrie, I think Kyrie still's got a lot in the tank, bro.
Mm.
And I think you're gonna see Kyrie get down. You know what? I love this for Anthony Davis.
Oh,
I
he's free
love
to
it.
do.
Oh man, listen. I've said this in the past. It's got to be hard to play with LeBron James. It's got to be hard to play with a dude that do everything. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's like you even need me, bro. Like you rebounding, you scoring, you assisting, you. It's hard to play with a guy with that big of a personality that dominates. That dominates. That's why you see guys like Jordan and Kobe. Why did Kobe and Shaq have problems? It's hard when you get those two alphas there, bro. And for me, I just think for Anthony Davis now, but he didn't want to play the five anyway. So
Oh
now
no,
he
no,
definitely in the floor. He gonna listen, man. Gafford can ball. Lively can play. I know he injured right now, but Lively can play. So he's gonna be in that four spot. He's gonna have Klay Thompson. He's gonna have a spot up shooter. He's gonna have somebody that can go off the dribble for him. He is not gonna have to work as hard. He had to do everything in LA
oh,
along with LeBron, along with a 40-year-old guy that's coming off the bench, still putting his foot up people's butt. He is going to have to do less. and that's going to be great for him health-wise. I think AD, man, he might be shot because I know he's shot, but their relationship is so close. But I think in the long run, AD has less of an adjustment than Luka
Look,
can.
I agree with you that, but let me ask you this question, Mike. Which team comes out better in this trade?
Immediately Dallas. In the long run, I think LA does. Because I think Ken, let me ask you a question. So if you LeBron, and LeBron wants to win now, he got 1 or 2
ain't got no
years
choice,
left.
right?
So, and he's the only other player with a no trade clause, which I have no problem, because I don't like you using a player and then when you think you can get great value for your future. This is what happens with Anthony Davis. You got great value for your future with Luka. We're going to get rid of you. Thank you, but no. See, there's no loyalty. I have a problem with that. That's why for superstars, not for Bradley Beal, he's a star, not a superstar. But for superstars, the Giannis's of the world, yes, because they will use you. They will ship you off and say, okay, we're going to rebuild now, so we're going to go ahead. So I have a problem with that. But Ken, I just think with Anthony Davis, the future, those guys are young over on Dallas too. It's not like those guys are older. I just think immediately for Dallas, but the future for LA, because LeBron has to leave. Ken, getting back to what I was going to say before, if you're LeBron, you want to win now. You're not going to win now. Do you release that no clause to go to the Warriors? Do you release that to go somewhere else? Now, it could get real saucy here in a minute, because if the King said, hey, look, I'm out of here, y'all got rid of him, but the problem is your son's there. See, you see how messy this comes now? So,
But
Ken, what do you do if you sitting there in LeBron's seat and you knowing that really basically you're going to have to rebuild around Luka? Do you stay?
Oh, Mike, if it was me personally, I think I would just stay. And the reason why I say that, because I think LeBron is at the end of this year, he's going to have to decide if he's going to play one more year or not, with his son. I'm sure that's a factor, but where else can he go to a team that in this environment that we have a tough time trading players, that he can go and win a championship this year? You mentioned Golden State, but what is Golden State going to have to give up? Half the team and some draft picks?
Yeah. See, that's the hard thing, right? Do I give up Kuminga? Do I give up Jackson Davis? Do I give up some draft picks for a 40-year-old dude? And I got
Wiggins.
Steph over here. Do I give up Wiggins? I got Steph over here. And Steph is 36?
Somewhere
37? He 35, 36. So what do I do? Do I give up that future for the present? Because if I'm LeBron, it ain't no way I'm staying in LA. I mean, if I'm LeBron, and I'm gonna tell you why I can, because I'm chasing the GOAT. I'm chasing the GOAT. And already I only got 4. I need to. If I'm really trying to be that GOAT, I got to get there. And that's been his quest to get there. Now, he got a huge contract.
That's right.
Who gonna take on that type of money? That's Bradley Beal money. You know what I'm saying? Like, who gonna take on that type of money, right? That's so at age 40.
Money and control.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
So
the king gonna come in. Yeah, he
general manager.
He that dude. Oh yeah, he gonna come. He come. Hey, listen, he's at the top of the food chain. No matter where he go, he at top. He can come to the Bucks. We know Giannis is there. The king at the top of the food chain. That's just who he is, man. So I don't know, Ken. I wouldn't be shocked if he tried to get up out of there. I just think his son being there, um, man,
But Mike,
man, it's messy, bro.
LA did him a favor by drafting his son.
Oh, he wouldn't went nowhere else.
Right, exactly. So,
He went, but do you, because I think with him there, the Wolves are at bay. See, you ain't gonna really try to do Bronny like you want to do him because the King there. The King leave. He by himself. Man, when I saw him play the other night, I don't want to deviate from our topic, but when I saw Bronny play the other night, bro, I was like,
no.
Okay. So that in itself might keep him there to continue to mentor and to oversee his son's career. And Bronny is more protected. I don't care what anybody says. If you at a company and your dad run the company and you work for the company, you protected.
Yeah,
Ain't nobody gonna come at you crazy like your dad. Come on, Ken. We all know it translates. He is protected to a certain extent. When LeBron leaves, and I know this is in Bron's head, he understands what's going on. That's probably why he wants to stay another year or two, so that he can help his son develop his career. Ken, I don't know. I just think LA, unless they get a big man, they still got that another draft. They got a draft pick to give away first round. What do you think they're done?
So I'm glad you said that, Mike, because all right, we established that they both change superstars each team. So they really haven't added, they just exchanged. Both teams need to add another person or player to get to the point of trying to win the championship. Because with LA, you got Luka, LeBron. What else do you have? Where's that big three at? So on Dallas side, you have AD and Kyrie. Where's your big three at?
Well, I mean, you know, they got some weapons. I think Dallas, and I agree with you, Ken. I agree with you. Dallas could use, but Dallas has, to me, a better bench. They do. I mean, PJ Washington is playing, unreal. Like people were saying, I was hoping the Bucks was gonna try to snatch him up, man. PJ
playing well. Yeah.
Oh my, I mean, he can go. So yeah, I agree with you as far as getting beyond. See, I got my thunder stuff on today. Getting beyond the thumb. I ain't disrespectful, folks. I'm in Oklahoma City, so I'm representing the city today. But listen, I think to get beyond Oklahoma, you right, Ken. They missing a piece. I mean, to get beyond Denver, you missing a piece, man. And we see how long it took Russell to acclimate, right? They had to move Eric Gordon to the bench, start Russell Westbrook. You see how these adjustments have to be made when you get these superstars. So Kent, I just don't, and I would like for our listeners to tell us how does that relationship between LeBron and Luka work? Everybody said, well, LeBron wants to play with Luka. That playing together is something different than coexisting together. Any two players can get out on the floor and play together. Can they coexist?
But the thing about it, Mike, and I'll say this, I'm gonna take your words, is that, when you bring on, let's just say, another superstar into your mix, how do you work that out? Where do you want this ball at? Where do you want me to, what's your favorite spot? Or, go ahead.
On top of that, no, I'm just going to just add to your conversation that you can go off of. They don't practice.
Okay.
There's no practice doing it. If you get one or two games in between, you might get a practice, but all they getting shoot arounds from now on, Ken. So how are they going to learn to play together?
Exactly. That's right. We saw the situation between Dame and Giannis where they had to kind of work things out, and get to know each other. So Luka and LeBron, they're going, it's going to take them what? Let's just say to the end of the season to find out, each other's, let's just say, go to, or where they want the ball, or it it just takes time to play together and work things out. And I just don't see that gelling for Luka and LeBron that fast. It's just not going, in my mind, it's just not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. Ken, I agree with you 110%. It is not going. This is a multi-year thing that has to be developed over time. You're going to need a summer. You're going to need a training camp. You're going to need everything. Luka's coming in off of an injury.
Yeah.
And King get his workouts in now. He'll be, hey, Luke, you got to work out. Oh, what? It's 5:30. No, we got to get down now. No, what, we done with practice? Yeah, we going to work out, baby. No. See, this is what I'm saying, man. Like this, to me, LA said future. We don't what we were doing right now. No. We trying to get Luka here so that we can get other players that want to play with Luka in LA. I mean, you're in the bright lights, you're in a nice, environment, the story franchise and all of that. This is what they're trying to do. I don't think, Ken, I agree with you 100%. I don't think it's going to ever work. I just don't think there's enough time left. Both of them. Who's going to play off the ball? Is
right.
LeBron now going to go, to the 3, to the 4, play down low?
No, that's not. No.
Do you see Luka playing off the wing? Luka coming off picks, picking up Luka's game?
No.
So to me, it's almost like a replacement, bro. Like, okay, we feel like LeBron can give Luka these things for the remaining time that he's here. Dallas, on the other hand, said, if we can get Anthony Davis, we still got Kyrie. We have less of a ball hog here. I think, Ken, this is what I think Dallas needs.
Okay.
Dallas needs a true point guard. That's what I think they need. Other than, because who backed up Luka? Whoever backed up Luka ain't gonna do it because they didn't get no time anyway. So what I'm saying is they need a true floor general to help run that offense. Kyrie, when Kyrie and LeBron run the point. Kyrie was in that 2 spot.
But yeah,
Kyrie is not gonna run that point.
But wasn't Kyrie their point guard?
No, Luka the point guard, baby.
I
bring
know.
the ball up all the time.
I get it.
But
I'm just saying.
I mean, in title, he might have been listed as a point guard, but no.
Okay, that's my point. Right.
Yeah, Kyrie's gonna be on that wing, baby. He's gonna be trying to operate. No, Kyrie is not your point guard, facilitator, running the offense, getting everybody where they need to do. Kyrie trying to get that ball in that bucket. So I think they need to me, they got the bigs, they got some wings. They need a point guard. LA needs everything.
But Mike, let's go back to the NBA Finals. So Kyrie didn't have a great series. I think.
True. Mm-hmm.
Boston wore him down. I mean, he struggled. I think maybe game 3 he had a decent game. That's why I say, love him to death, but as far as I think Kyrie's reached his peak, and folks may disagree with me, but I just don't see Kyrie doing the things that he used to do. I put it that way. And Dallas is going to need more than just Kyrie and AD. They gotta add something to that team to give them, let's just say, a chance of winning the NBA championship.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. We gonna have to come back and visit that Kyrie.
Okay.
Because Kyrie only 32, baby. I mean, Kyrie is he in that year with COVID that he didn't play this, that, and the other thing. Man, I think Kyrie's got plenty of game left in him. I just think we saw a version of Kyrie when he went to Boston, and we also saw a version of Kyrie in Dallas where he had to defer. I think Kyrie when Cleveland was the best, even when the King was there, is when Kyrie did not defer. Right? When Kyrie, we know who hit the shot. We know
Right.
we know how Kyrie was in those championship games. Now the King, the King got you there. Kyrie took you over the other side. King got you to the mountaintop. Kyrie took you over side. Ask Steph Curry because he bust that jumper right in front of his face. Give me that championship. So what I'm gonna say, I think Ken, at age 32, I think this is good for Kyrie. Kyrie not being an all-star, not even being considered for an all-star, I think he's looking at that too. Like, okay, y'all think Kyrie, y'all think Uncle Drew still ain't got some to do out here? Okay, let's see what time it is. Ken, I think he's still got plenty left in the tank. If you know me, I tip my hat to you. If he's on the down, Clyde, this is his opportunity because Luka's gone. I don't know
Okay.
how, Ken, I'm gonna tell you like this. I don't know how you shine with guys like Luka and LeBron because they're so dominant. They control everything. Like you don't get a shot unless they pass it to you. I mean, you don't necessarily you're not going to see guys. You see Austin Reeves do, but this is because the King is in he's 40. When the King was 30, 25, right. 32, that's why he's averaging as many assists as he is because, and Luka, you might look at Luka and say, well, how can a Luka average so much assists? Ken, what you say, how much? 30 some, what, ball dominant? That means
Luka, 35%
of the time.
Right.
He got the ball. And so when you do that, that's why Giannis can have 6-7 assists because his ball usage and he passes, right? If you pass, but that doesn't mean you're getting other guys involved. Those numbers are skewed, Ken. When you hear a guy, when he had 25, he had 7, he had this. Well, how did he get those 7 assists? Was he forced to because he wasn't shooting, right? Or was he creating shots for other people? All assists are not the same.
Oh, yeah, I agree with that now.
And Luka's assists, in my opinion, are not always the shots that get his team involved. I think, man, again, do I think it's a good move for LA? Absolutely. Absolutely, man. I think if you could get a Luka Doncic in LA, man, Luka could be, seriously, if Luka, this is my advice to Luka. You there with the King. The King spent money on his body. Oh. He been around here how long? Longer than anybody.
Right.
If anybody's got the blueprint for you having a long, successful, storied career, it is LeBron James. You ought to be a sponge and learn everything you can, even about taking care of yourself from this man. And if he does that, Ken.
Oh, definitely.
And they surround Luka. Luka could be one of the greatest names ever spoken in Laker history.
I wouldn't doubt that, Mike.
That's saying a lot, Ken.
But does Luka want to do that, though? Does he want to invest that time and that money? That's the biggest question that's out there right now.
He's only 26, Ken.
I know.
Why shouldn't it? Ken. I don't even remember being tired at 26. What? What?
Yeah.
You should be. Listen, I would be there. King, what time we meeting? You know what I'm saying? Like, man, give me what you got, man, because he's in a unique position. Not everybody's going to be. Matter of fact, he's probably in a position of one. Who's going to be able to be traded and to spend time with LeBron, learn from him, grow while this guy is about to come out of the league and have a team built around you. Why it's shocking now, it could be a great opportunity, Ken. Like you say, the question is he willing? Who won the trade, Ken?
I'll say LA did, because the thing about it is that, getting Luka, and LeBron on the same team, that's going to give you I'll say some clout as far as in the NBA. When I say that is that, when you have, let's just say, veterans on the team, they get calls. There's no
Mm-hmm.
doubt about it. And with Luka, like you said earlier, that he wants to go to the basket. And, going to the line, hey, as they said, free throws, free points. I think on the other hand, Dallas, they they got to get someone else to get them over the edge. They have to. I
The
mean,
West is tough.
it is, and the Lakers. I mean, the if I have to be real honest, they're playing pretty well, better than I thought they would be playing at this time.
Ken, I know we got to close this show up, but Ken, how New York gonna let
I
the
know,
Lakers come in and just spank them? See, man, this is what bothers me with today's NBA. These players do not play hard every night. It's
yeah,
just a fact. You see players get up for certain games and other games they don't get up. Anthony Davis wasn't playing. They didn't get New York didn't get
man.
up. This is what I'm saying. Ken, it's
Mike,
terrible. It's
man,
terrible.
Towns should have been like, here, give me the ball. Here,
Thank you.
give me the ball. AD is out. Oh yeah, I need to feed me. I need to cook. But okay,
But let Boston come into town.
man.
Okay. Let Denver come into town. Let somebody. This is the problem I have, man. There's, to me, not all players, but in some NBA players, they just lack a commitment to the game each and every night. They take days off. They are lazy. The Bucks, the last game, and folks, we're gonna close out here in a minute. I don't want to talk about the Bucks, but the last game, lazy. Didn't want to play. Just didn't put in the effort. That's just, I mean, you can, it's the eye test. And I see these guys, and when New York was playing it, I'm just like, they just don't want to be
Yeah,
here, man. Like, what is this?
I think that's a game they should have won by 15.
Thank you. Thank you.
But
And so when we look at you know, you think they need somebody else, I would agree. I mean, I do like the way Jaden Hardy is playing. I do like the way he's coming off and giving them a whole lot. Um Grimes, I mean,
mm,
Grimes was playing well, but Dinwiddie, you don't know what you're gonna get from him. But if
right,
he get down, he can get down. But you're right. I mean, PJ, Clay, if Clay is on, then he's great. If he's not, he's a liability. So I agree with you, Ken. I think they in order to come up, I think they're better. I just think they're a better team with Anthony Davis. I think they're going to play better. I don't think they're a championship team, but I think they're a better team without.
Luka.
Um, yeah, yeah. I just think Dallas is going to thrive more from ball movement and and having a faster pace offense.
Okay.
So kid, man, what other trades are coming? Is Bobby Portis, is he gonna be moved? Is Chris Middleton gonna be moved? What's gonna happen with Jimmy Butler, Zach Levine?
Oh
Man,
man,
Ken,
we
it's only
we
what 6 days left,
you're left,
right?
right. We may be back on again.
Oh yeah, we definitely gonna be back on again because I have been wondering. I'm always concerned when players don't play around the trade
Right,
deadline.
protecting them.
That makes me think
Mm.
like Bobby might be gone. It just makes me think when Chris came back and played, I was more, but that doesn't, who knows? They might be just trying to show his value. I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna have to have some
Oh
conversations
yeah,
about if that happens. But
next week
folks,
Thursday.
listen. Oh, yeah, Thursday, right? Folks, listen. What do you think about the trade?
Yeah, put your
Is
comments in there.
absolutely. And do you think it's fair that LeBron and AD and Luca were never told? Should an athlete be at least a superstar of that level athlete been given the opportunity? Ken, why don't you answer that before I? Do you think they should be given an opportunity? We're talking a superstar now, not
Superstar?
just
Mike, I'll say this. I'm gonna say no
Okay.
because it's a employer-employee relationship, which don't in the NBA that really doesn't really count, but it still is. I think with most superstars, they really ask for the trade
Mm-hmm.
than the team trading them. So it
No,
goes back and
right.
forth. So I'm gonna have to say no. I mean, I get what you're saying. But I just see it as that these players, and I've heard some of them say, well, you can get traded anytime. Doesn't make a difference if you're a rookie or if you a 10-year vet. You just have that in the back of your mind.
Yeah.
So
Well, folks, you heard it. Ken gave us the last word. No, it's a business decision. Listen, folks, the world of sports unites us. Let us take this unity into our everyday life. This is why they play the game.